Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2021 Jeep Gladiator Eco Diesel, but I would like to give a special thanks to Dadeland, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram for providing me with the Jeep Gladiator Eco Diesel. If you're in the market for a Jeep Gladiator Eco Diesel, you can come check out Dadeland, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. But let's get into the review here of the Jeep Gladiator. One thing I do not like about the Jeeps here is that anyone can take a look underneath your hood once you have these latches down here, but open up the hood here. Like I mentioned, since this is the Eco Diesel of the Gladiator, this has Jeep's 3-liter Eco Diesel. It's a V6. It makes 260 horsepower, 442 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. And as the Gladiator sits, it weighs 4,400 pounds. And Jeep says you can tow 6,500 pounds with a payload of 1,275 pounds. Fuel economy, since it's the Eco Diesel, it does get really good fuel economy. Is at 22 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 24 combined. So it does get really good fuel economy. But let's take a look here at the front fascia of the Jeep Gladiator. Once you shut this back and latch these little latches back here on the side, like I mentioned, I'm not sure why Jeep doesn't offer a secure latch in the interior, so someone would want to take a look underneath your hood. But looking here, these does have the halogen projector bulbs here with an incandescent turn signal, also with these halogen fog lights here on the lower part of the bumper. This is a plastic bumper. If you go for a different trim, Jeep will throw in a steel bumper, so you can add an aftermarket winch to it. There's also these tow hooks here. This also has a corporate fascia with the 7-slat grille. This is missing the front camera, and also this is the overland trim, so it's kind of the high trim level in Jeep's portfolio. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section, what do you think about the exterior styling of the Jeep Gladiator? Looking at the side profile here of the Jeep Gladiator, let's start off with these tires and these wheels here. These are a 255/70 tire. They're wrapped in this 18-inch rim design. I do like the multi-spoke finish here. It looks really good with the gray exterior paint. On the side fender here, this is Jeep Gladiator badge. You can also remove these panels here up top to give the cabin more of an airy feel. The overall length for the Gladiator is at 218 inches with a 137.3 inch wheelbase. This also has an 18-degree breakover angle, and Jeep does offer a 5-foot bed. Looking at the rear here of the Jeep Gladiator, let's start off with these taillights. They're going to be a full LED, a turn signal, reverse light, and a brake light. There's your Jeep name, which is spelled out there. There's a backup camera, and this is the only way that you're going to tell that someone has the diesel Gladiator, or if you have the diesel Gladiator, is by this badge here. There's these 7 and 4 pin connectors, LED lights for the tag, and over there's going to be the overland badge there. There's this recovery hook here, and Jeep says you can tow 6,500 pounds. Open up the tailgate here. This has a soft opening tailgate. It's damped. Also has a spray-on bed, and Jeep says the payload for the Gladiator is at 1,275 pounds. It also has a soft top here with LED lights in the bed. There's also these tie-down hooks in there as well. But let's hop into the interior of the Jeep Gladiator. Sitting inside the interior of the Jeep Gladiator, looking at this interior, here's a nice interior, but shutting the door here. To start up the Gladiator, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button over here. This has their 3-liter V6 Eco Diesel. Once you put your foot on the brake, of course, and fire it up, you hear a little bit of clatter from that diesel engine. If you like diesel engines, you like the way that they sound, you can kind of hear this one just a little bit. But looking here at the interior, like I mentioned, it's a nice interior. This is an 8.4 Uconnect 4 system. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I have it here at the Google Maps. It takes up the complete screen here. But going back here to the Apple interface here, looks really nice, clean resolution screen. Going here to the controls here for the Jeep interface here, as you guys can see, it's fast, it's responsive. You can do the drag and drop function, so if you want to have your climate controls on one screen, you can do so, or your other presets there, you definitely can do that. Looking here at the door panel material, is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's this aluminum door handle. There's your mirror controls here, your headlight controls, your dimmer switches are going to be over there. Your lock controls is going to be padded here, nice grab handle. You can also remove the doors and fold down the windshield. Of course, you guys know that about Jeep. Up here is going to be the 3-car garage remote there. It's going to be this little small storage compartment here. There's these analog gauges here for the RPM and also for the speed, but there's this LCD display front and center. You can customize that screen to show you different stuff, like your messages once you have your phone connected, your audio source, the start-stop capability, there, your trip information. I've been averaging 19.3 miles to the gallon. I like the leather up steering wheel here with the stitching. This does have cruise control, the options to answer and hang up the phone. I like the Jeep emblem there. I do like this 3-spoke wheel design. The turn signal stock is there, and one more per stock is going to be over here. There's these big knobs here for the volume and tune. Also for the fan speed there's going to be hard buttons here for the mute button, automatic start stop, stability control, hazard switch, parking sensors, and also hill descent. It is automatic down for the driver window there. There's a 12 volt, there's a USB-C, a USB port. My iPhone 12 Pro Max kind of fits here in this slot. There's this lever here to put it into a 2 high, 4 high, neutral, and a 4 low. There's this traditional handbrake there. Putting the Gladiator into reverse here, looking at the backup camera, nice resolution backup camera, trajectory with distance markers, kicking it down into drive. Over to the left, there's a manual mode. It's 8 different gears to go through. Like I mentioned, this is the 3-liter V6. There's cup holders here. I'm sure you guys the key fob. I showed you guys the key fob before on the Gladiator. There's a lock, unlock, remote start, a panic button there. There's also the switch bay key. You can also put your phone here if you would like. The center armrest is going to be nice and padded. It does offer a 2-tier storage here. There's also a USB port in there, also with a decent amount of storage. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like how it has Overland stitched into the actual seats here. You can remove these panels here to get an open and airy cabin here. Again, the glove compartment is very small. There's this grab handle here, some nice leather stitched on the dashboard. But overall, the Jeep's Gladiator interior does look really nice, and it does feel more spacious compared to the Ford Ranger and that Toyota Tacoma that I reviewed last week. So get into the back seat here of the Jeep Gladiator. You can lift these seats up and it reveals some underfloor storage here. You can also lift this one up as well, so you can put your tools and what you would like in there. But closing it down, but getting back here, the Gladiator that I'm testing today does have these running boards for shutting the door here. Compared to that Toyota Tacoma that I reviewed last week, this actually has 38.3 inches of legroom, and it feels more spacious in this cabin. There's rear air vents back here. Your window controls are there. There's also 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB ports, a 12 volt, a household outlet down here. There's going to be 2 cup holders, 2 map pockets, and I do have plenty of headroom here. And this is the only convertible pickup truck in this mid-size segment here that you can actually remove the roof and whatnot. Overall, the materials are carried over from the front to the rear, but the Jeep Gladiator does have a spacious back seat. So starting off in the 2021 Jeep Gladiator Eco Diesel, this has Jeep's 3-liter V6. It makes 260 horsepower, 442 pound-feet of torque. You feel that torque around 1400 to 2800 RPM. Since it's a diesel, it has a low red line, so it's going to have plenty of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic. Fuel economy here on the Eco Diesel is rated at 22 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 24 combined. There's great visibility, even from the rear. And also there's this rear sliding glass, but you have to open it manually. There's no controls to open it up there in the center console. The steering feel, honestly, you guys know I'm not a big fan of the Jeep steering. You have to get used to it, or you basically own a Jeep for a long period of time. Jeep says you get 41 degrees of approach angle, 18 degrees of breakover angle, and 25 degrees of departure angle. So this thing is really capable of going off-road. And my apologies, you guys know I'm not a big fan of voiceovers. Apparently I turned my mic off. I don't remember turning my mic off, but as you guys can see here, I'm talking about the steering. I'm not a big fan of the steering feel from the Jeep. It does feel very playful in a sense, but it's really tweaked for off-road use, of course, for rock climbing, mudding, and so forth. The Jeep does have some comfortable seats. It does have the Uconnect 4 system, which is an 8.4-inch display. It does offer Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. With this being the Eco Diesel, it does have a lot of lower end torque, and it's very peppy off the line. It's a 3-liter V6, like I mentioned. It does get great fuel economy. This didn't have adaptive cruise control, but it did have cruise control. It also had blind spot monitoring, so it does have some of Jeep's driver's assistance. But overall, I was really impressed with the Eco Diesel. I'd never driven this powertrain in the Jeep Gladiator, but I did drive it in the Ram 1500. It was responsive. Same thing with this powertrain in the Gladiator. It's responsive. This Gladiator weighs around 4,400 pounds. But I have no complaints. Great visibility, great seat comfort, plenty of headroom. You can remove those panels. You can fold down the windshield, take off the doors to get an airy and open cabin. But that Eco Diesel was pretty good. It's very peppy. And for all my diesel lovers out there, if you guys like to hear cladding, the Eco Diesel does offer that, but Jeep did use some of their sound deadening material, so you won't intrude into the cabin a lot. But just driving the Eco Diesel, I was impressed. I like this powertrain. This would be the powertrain that I would recommend going for. But overall, the Jeep is really good. The steering feel does feel very light and playful, but you have to get used to it. The seats are comfortable, great driver's assistance, great visibility, great powertrain like I mentioned, but you can't go wrong with the Jeep Eco Diesel. After spending time with the 2021 Jeep Gladiator Eco Diesel, starting price for the Gladiator is at $40,415. With the options and accessories, the Gladiator stickers for $58,059. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the 2021 Jeep Gladiator Eco Diesel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button. And I see you all in the next video.